is Sarah Stallard, and I'm the farm manager at Las Vegas Livestock. It is a pig farm, specifically a feeder to finish, so that means that we get the pigs in at 60 pounds and raise them until they are 250 market weight. I've been farming out here for, I think, 4 years. When I was a kid, I always used to come and visit my grandpa at RC Farms, and I just thought everything about farm life was so great. When I went to college, I decided to major in animal science, and I wasn't super sure what I wanted to do with it, but I knew I wanted to be involved with animals and livestock. And then I got the opportunity to work for my family. I work with my cousin, Clayton Combs, and I have 3 employees, Sal, Juan, and Isaiah.
My name is Clayton Combs. I am 25 years old. So I'm the project manager, so any kind of projects or maintenance that need to be done around the farm, I'm the guy. Right now I've been processing the food too. My whole life was kind of evolved around 4-H. I did it for 15 years and it taught me a lot of responsibilities. Well, I showed pigs, so I grew up just learning how to take care of them, and where I'm at now, it's really helped a lot. I just kind of know how they act and just learn the herd management with them.
That means that we, instead of feeding a traditional grain diet, we feed food scraps that come from the strip as well as local businesses. It's a very sustainable model for a pig farm in the desert. We don't have the water to grow soybean and corn like people in the Midwest do. And we just like the idea of having a sustainable option for food waste. So to keeping it out of the landfill, keeping it from creating those methane emissions, and actually putting it back into the food system. I think the advantages of feeding food scraps and being outdoors are just a different lifestyle for the pigs. You know, maybe healthier in some ways, not to knock on traditional farming. And I think just really lessening that environmental footprint. I think there's a lot of questions that surround agriculture and the emissions that it puts off. So by taking food scraps, which produce their own emissions, and reducing that and using it in a way that's EPA friendly, it just makes farming even more sustainable than it already is. We have the challenges of dealing with the weather, dealing with the cold and the heat out here. You know, we have the challenges with rationing a diet. You know, it's not as consistent as a grain diet, but it's kind of those challenges that make it fun. A couple of pigs that I like. I've kept them to be breeding sows. So I have one back there named Gordita, and then the 2 pigs that we ferreted out, the 2 boars, I had to take them home because they got sick, so I had to take them home and take care of them. And so they kind of grew on me, and their names are El Pastor and El Diablo. We saw a lot of challenges that farmers across the country faced, which was seeing processing facilities for pigs getting shut down, seeing prices drop, and we personally saw our food supply drop as the casinos closed. So we were able to diversify where our food comes from, so find local businesses to help recycle with us. And we were also able to start branching out to offering our pork locally, so selling it to a local market and finding other options to market it. So I just want the public to know that pig farming can be sustainable. There's a lot of ways to pig farm too. It doesn't necessarily mean that, you know, this way should be the way that everybody's doing it, but it's a really great option for where we live and the resources we have available. And I think that's kind of what farming is all about, is just adapting to your environment. And yeah, I think for anyone that wants to start a farm is just don't feel like you need to be from that background to go into it. So don't be intimidated. Also, any sort of mechanic skills you can build are going to help. There's a lot of equipment, so you might as well start learning that now. People in Clark County are interested in trying our pork or purchasing some. They can visit our website at lasvegaslivestock.com. They can purchase pork and eggs there. try it out and support us that way.